What's up, guys? I'm back with another interview. Today, we got the man himself, Bdave, the guy that fought Pineda, put up a good fight. He's fighting actually on Misfits 5, partnering with Pineda against opponents that haven't been disclosed yet. So, what's up, my man? How you doing?
Hey man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm chilling. How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm really excited for this. So, first thing I want to ask you, yesterday I saw you were at the event. There was my man OJ Rosé. He's actually the first guy that I ever interviewed. So,
Cool.
what do you think about the fight yesterday, and especially his fight?
It's good, man. Yeah, OJ is a good boxer, man. He's still pretty new to it, like I am. But me and him are great sparring partners. We work really well together. We fight each other real hard, and then he's a nice guy, so we're good buddies too. On the side of that, I'm excited to see what else he has going on. Unfortunately, the guy that he was fighting was a bit of a bitch. He quit after a minute.
Yeah.
So the way that they set up their thing, which wasn't even really a tag team match, I don't know why they called it that. It was like each person did a minute with their own opponent, right? So it wasn't like they tagged out. It was like two fights going on at once, 1 minute rounds.
What? But
Yeah,
that's not
so it was
really
like
tag
one
team,
minute
right?
round with OJ and his opponent, and then another minute round with the other guy and his opponent.
Oh, so there was no tagging going on.
Nope, just 1 minute at a time. And but OJ, he laid it on the fella, and the fella cracked under pressure, so he couldn't. He didn't want to hang any longer. So yeah, he only went 1 minute, and then the guy quit. So
Yeah, because I missed the fight. I couldn't watch it, but I've seen a clip, and all I saw was like few seconds, and the guy quit. So I didn't even really see OJ Rose like throwing them hands. I only see like just a bit.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
right there. I was standing up right to the ring.
yes, sir. So before I go to the OJ Rose spar and talk about that, just to make sure, IFL, you used to fight on this, right?
I used to.
Yeah. So what do you think about the organization and all?
Well, I never came out about anything because I never really wanted to, but they kind of treated me like shit and fucked me over out of some money and stuff like that. So uh, I stopped fighting with them when Misfits offered, and Misfits wanted me exclusively with them and gave me a good contract. So I signed that, like the multi-fight deal that you've seen probably online. And now they're really mad at me about it. Like the guy who owns it, David, he's really upset with me, but he acts like I did him wrong or something like that. I never did him wrong. He's just, if anything, if anybody did anybody wrong, it was him to me. So I don't know what they're tripping about, but however these guys get it, man, I got it up through, got my first couple fights, got my experience in the ring with, Influencer Fight League, and then moved up to Misfits. So I mean, it's a good route for anybody to take. You just have to realize you're not really getting paid or anything.
I mean, they're the losers in this situation. You're now doing your own thing in Misfits.
I
You got
even
the
went
fight
there
with
last night to
Pineda.
support them in their fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I even went to support. Like I posted about it a couple times just to show love because I know the guys there. Even though they fucked me over, I still wanted to show love, and they just treated me like shit last night all night and was really rude to me. So yeah, I don't really fuck with those guys anymore.
Yeah, because the only reason I asked you the question, I saw it was either on Twitter or Instagram on the latest post. You were showing them support, so I thought you guys were still good. So that's what I thought you were gonna say, but yeah, apparently not.
Yeah, from now on, I'm not going to support them. I'm just going to support my boys who are fighting. Like two of the guys from the Jackrabbit were fighting in there, Christian and Mims, Mike, whatever you want to call him. But yeah, Christian did well. Fucked him up. Fucked that kid up. He's out of there. He's in the bathroom right now, actually, at my house. But he
Oh,
got him out of
damn.
there in 2 rounds. And then Mims went the distance, but he stayed calm and got and won.
Are you roommates with the Christian guy or like he just
No, he's just over at my house right now.
oh, bad. So moving out from the IFL situation, I wanna before I go to the Misfit stuff, I wanna just talk about the recent spar with OJ Rose. So
Mm-hmm.
OJ is not a regular at Jackrabbits, right? I think he's in he trains in
No, but I think
Atlanta.
he might become one. My coach told me today that he wants him around for sparring with me, and he likes him. So I think they're going to have a talk here pretty shortly.
So what do you think about him? Like, is he? How was his first day at Jackrabbit? Was he like a cool guy, chill guy? And
Yeah,
how was
super
it?
nice, super respectful of everybody at the gym. Like coming into somebody else's gym, you gotta think all these guys know each other and he doesn't know any of us. But yeah, he was cool. He fought well with me and he just really came in to spar with me, but coach liked him. So I think that he might stick around if he's
Yeah,
down.
because what I've heard from him that you guys were really welcoming, and I've seen the pics, Minicon, everybody welcome down Jackrabbit Boxing. So my question is, how like we saw the clip that you posted. How did the spar really go? Like other than that clip, how was it? Do you think it was like
Yeah, I only
evenly
posted
matched?
like a couple clips. Yeah, it was pretty close to even. We had an exchange. There were sometimes he was getting me there, sometimes I was getting him. I'd say like me and him are pretty neck and neck, pretty close anyway. I think I'm a little bit more experienced than he is, but he can throw and he's not a bitch, I'll tell you that. He don't quit over nothing. He was getting some pretty hard punches in there with me, especially in the tire, but he don't quit. He's solid.
Yeah, I mean, you don't quit too. We've seen you in the Pineda fight. You went all around, never quit. We saw
No quitting me.
in the spar. OJ told me you didn't quit. You went along with the spar.
No, me and him went 5 rounds, me and OJ.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So now I want to talk to you about the Misfits thing. Your first fight was against Luis Pineda. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you didn't know that he was your opponent coming up to the fight, right?
No,
Like,
man, it was a mystery opponent. Mams and I had a talk before. He's like, "Yeah, we need someone to fight this mystery opponent." He's like, I'm not gonna tell you who it is. If you're down to do it, you can. But I'll tell you that they're not too far off in level from you, and it's not like some guy like Salt Poppy who would put me away quick. It was like somebody who you could stand and bang with. Like you could fight him, and like you could win or you could lose. It go either way. He's like, it's a good fight for you, so I promise you that. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And yeah, it was fun.
I mean, how did it work though? Like, did you know his weight or something, or literally no clue?
Yeah, yeah, I knew. They told me the weight.
Oh, so you know the weight. Yeah. So when he comes to the arena, what was your first reaction? Like when it's Pineda, his song comes out, you see him. What were you feeling?
I was like, okay, he's pretty tall and lanky, but I should be able to get him. But he won the fight, obviously. But it was a
Yeah.
good fight.
Yeah.
He beat the
So
shit out of me the first round, but other than that, it was pretty close.
yeah, first round was pretty tight. Like he was kind of like beating you up the first round,
Yeah, he beat
but
the shit out of me first round.
yeah, and the other rounds I saw, but like I think he was getting tired because the second, the third, the fight was getting a little bit closer. It was just like the first round that was really
I
bad.
won. I believe I won the third round, and the second round, I think from what I hear is I was winning, but the knockdown is what
Yes.
1080'd him or 1080'd me.
Was it the standing or I don't remember.
Yeah, my
Like
footing was off. My footing was off. It wasn't a very hard shot. It didn't like daze me or anything. It just like I just like my footing was off and I was exhausted and I fell backwards off a shot.
oh damn. And about the first round, do you think that the nerves like played in a factor, like losing that round? Because the other rounds looked pretty even, like
For
even. It
sure,
was
bro.
only the
Yeah,
first.
nerves make you tired 10 times faster than if you're not nervous, right? Like in the
Yes.
gym, if I'm not nervous, I can spar several rounds and like not get nearly as tired as I do off 3 rounds in the ring, like in front of a crowd, which we spar at a pretty fast pace at the Jackrabbit. There's no light sparring in there. It's all pretty hard. So
Yeah.
it's about fight pace what we spar at.
I mean, to be fair to you, it was your first. I think it was your first time with like a big of a crowd as Misfits. You didn't know the opponent the last second. Like if I was me, I would have definitely like been way nervous if I don't know the opponent and in front of a crowd like that. So I don't blame you for it. My question is, if you fight, I know you're tag teaming him, like your tag team partner with him right now, but if you fight Pineda after the tag team match, if you like, would you want to get a rematch with him?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we're both down. I haven't talked to him too much about a rematch because we've got this tag team match going on, so we're buds. But yeah, I definitely like closer to end of the year, super down to rematch with Pineda.
End of the year.
Ideally, I'd love to rematch him before Jake and KSI fight, and just if they fight in December. like which is like what the
Yeah.
fans are speculating. If that's the case, then yeah, I'm super down. But I don't know. It's that'd be a tough card to get on. Obviously, everybody wants that card. So, but if that worked out, that'd be amazing.
So you just to understand, you want it to be on the December card or before the
On the December
December
card would be
on the
mint.
December
I would
card?
do it before December, but just for like the publicity side, I feel like the best chance that I
Yes.
have of getting on that card is a rematch with Pineda because that's what the most hype would be built around. So I feel like that'd probably be my best chance to get on the card. So I don't think we should throw away the Bdave and Pineda rematch so early, you know?
I mean, definitely in the tag team match. Then but like me, I'm gonna suggest you something. Like if you do the tag team match with Pineda, maybe like mid September or like July, you fight against Pineda, and then on the December card, you versus Bryce Hall. Because I've seen few things going on Twitter. Like if you win against Pineda, that fight could be massive on that card.
That'd be cool, but I think he's trying to fight some bigger creators, like bigger fighters by then. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna work. If he is gonna fight uh what's his name? Ryan Tayler. If he is gonna fight Ryan, I think he's gonna lose to Ryan.
I agree.
But I I think he's gonna try to keep moving up. Like he doesn't want me necessarily. He wants somebody bigger than me.
I mean, I don't understand the Ryan Taylor fight though, because he's one of the like toughest opponents. If he needs a fight like that, and right now all the fans are behind you after the Pineda fight, so I don't understand why wouldn't he take that fight?
For sure. I think that I'm coming off a loss, right? He needs to get back in the ring. I look like an
Exactly.
easy opponent for him because he, in his mind, he thinks he's really like a great boxer, even though he's not. Like I say, Bryce is the only person who thinks that he's a good fighter. The only person who
Mm,
ever said that Bryce is a good fighter is Bryce. Um, so I
yeah,
think to him, I'm an easy fight in his mind, which is not the case.
I
I
don't
beat the
think
brakes
so.
off, and I beat the brakes off him in the ring. Uh, but yeah, if I look like an easy fight to him, he should take that.
Yeah, but if the Bryce fight doesn't happen, because you're saying he wants to fight Ryan Taylor,
I'll tell you, Ryan Taylor's a harder fight than me. I'll tell you that.
I mean, he's a bigger guy, but I think to be honest that your boxing is better than Ryan Taylor. I think that Ryan Taylor is maybe like tougher guy. He doesn't quit just like we saw against Slim, but I think your boxing
Well,
not
I'm just as tough. I'm just as tough as all of them. But I hang in there, man. I don't quit. There's no quitting me. Like I'm tough. I can get
100%.
big shots and come right back.
Yes, obviously we've seen you against Pineda, but my question to you is if the Bryce Hall doesn't fight, if that fight doesn't happen, who would you rather fight other than the Pineda fight? Do you got a name in your mind that you would like to
Um,
call out?
yeah, I did want to fight Stromedy, but I feel like that really only made sense earlier on in my career. Like as I'm going to keep getting better throughout the months, I'm staying in the gym. Um, that fight would just be such a mismatch here shortly.
Yes.
So I'm getting better at a pretty quick rate right now. Like not to like say I'm like some great fabulous boxer or anything, but I am getting better at a faster rate than I was in the past. So I'm like
Yeah.
I'm proud of it personally. Um, other than him, I don't know, man. Uh, that Nick LMAO kid, he seems like he can box a bit. You know, he's probably gonna lose to Jay here this fight, but then maybe me and him meet up some in the next few months, next 3, 4, 5 months, do a fight, or yeah, really. The space is growing so much right now, and there's so many people, like new people that are coming into it all the time with different skill levels. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just gonna have to take it as it comes for real, and whoever shows up and makes sense, we'll take those.
Yeah. I mean, I heard you about the Nick LMAO fight. I think that fight makes sense, but we have to see what's gonna happen in the Swingler fight. What's your
We have to see
prediction
how
on
he
that
does,
fight?
but I think
Yeah.
Jay gets him out of there. I think that Jay's going to move at a much faster pace than Nick's going to be able to move at because of the just pure experience. Jay's been in the gym for a long time. I heard he fought Gibb like 4 or 5 years ago or something. So if
Yeah.
he's been boxing that long, uh, the pace that Jay will be moving at, I don't think Nick will be able to keep up with just 6 months of training. Like you can get better quicker, but the pace that you're able to fight at takes experience, in my opinion.
I mean, that's what I think too. But do you think that it's like Jay and the fans are underestimating Nick a bit? Because like I've seen the video against Jarvis, and he doesn't look that bad for that low
He's
of practice.
he's not that bad, but dude, Jay's a tough guy, man. He comes off to me as a very tough guy, and I don't see him being too big of a problem for Jay.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see on Misfits 5. The full card is stacked. Some of your buddies are fighting. There is
Yep.
Dean from Jackrabbit. He's fighting Polyarif.
Yes,
How
sir.
like obviously you're back in Dean. So what round do you think like he cleans Poly?
Whenever Dean wants, like Dean gets in there and he'll suss out the situation to himself as soon as he gets in there, and he'll listen to what the coaches say, whatever our coaches tell him to do. Uh, shit, I think he probably gets him out of there pretty quick, though. To be honest, I don't see him taking
Yeah.
his time. I see him getting him out.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really know Polyarif that well. I've seen one video, his head movement looks good, but like no disrespect to him, he doesn't look nowhere near Dean's level, in my
He's
opinion.
he's he's not, and like yeah, his head movement does look good. Like it's definitely.
Yeah.
I was watching his fights 2 nights ago with Dean here in my house.
Footwork as
And
well. Like his footwork is not bad as well.
yeah, his head movement was all right, but um, doing too much of that crazy down here head movement stuff, and Dean will catch on to that very quickly. I
100%.
I don't see all that head movement working for too long.
100%. I agree.
And
Dean
Dean can
is a
move his head as
sniper.
well. Dean can move his head. Dean spars guys that are a lot better than Paulie. Even Christian, like the guy my friend who fought
Yeah.
last night, way better than Paulie. Dean spars Christian fucking 5 days a week. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't see him being too big a problem for Dean. Dean spars at like the higher level in our gym.
I mean, Dean hits too hard. I agree with you that the head movement is not gonna work against Dean.
Yeah.
But yeah. So talking about Dean, Walid is also fighting his last opponent. He's fighting N&A Productions. How do you like? I think we know how that fight's gonna go, but how do you think that fight is going?
Him and
The
Dean?
no, the Walid and NNA on the same card.
Yeah, I mean, Walid's good, man. I never would ever say that Walid's bad,
Yeah,
but I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with Dean in the rematch. But I think Walid will have this one with N&A. I don't know how much N&A's been training, but I know I've been had my eye on N&A for a while. I watched him back maybe 6 months ago, and he looked like he was pretty hard in the gym 6 months ago, 8 months ago. So if he's still that hard in the gym, then maybe they'll have a fight on their hands.
Wait, so you said you had his eye on him like as like a potential opponent, or like you were just
Yeah. So my best friend's Tayler Holder. I lived with him until like a few months ago, 6 months ago, maybe. We he moved to Nashville, and I got my own place here in LA. But when he was fighting, or yeah, he was calling out. Sorry, totally tripping. When he was calling out Taylor back in the day, and like always chirping him in the DMs, I was like, fuck
NNA
off,
was
like
calling
what?
out Taylor,
All the time,
but
all the
but
fucking
they're
time.
not even the same weight, right? NNA is way shorter, way like less.
I think NNA was like 60 at the time, and so was Taylor.
Oh damn, because Taylor Holder looked pretty big, like against Gibbon.
He was like 160, I
Oh
think.
shit, yeah. So
Yeah,
you
they
were
won the fight. So I was looking at him and I was like, yeah, I could probably take this fight with him. And I'd watch the footage of when Slim was beating him up. Slim beat him up bad. I mean, he fought Slim, and Slim's bigger. So I mean, he was bigger at one point.
yeah. I
I
mean
don't know
the
what weight they're fighting at this time. Probably 40. But
yeah. What weight was it? I think you're right. I think 140 pounds. But I gotta recheck. But if he loses this fight, both of you are like a personality. Everybody like knows you. That fight. Now that you said it, I think that fight makes sense more than the Stromedy fight. To be honest,
definitely, yeah, because he's better than Stromedy, so it'd be somebody closer to my
obviously,
level. I'm excited to see how NNA does though, because I would be down to fight him too if we could find a weight that makes sense.
because like I believe NNA is trolling, but like if he wants this fight, like so bad. He's been calling out for Walid. Like he must know something that we don't know because he definitely wants this fight. I don't even understand why.
Yeah, man, he might want a payday. He might want a bit of clout and attention. Maybe he's been down on views lately. He may want a few different things, you know. It just depends on whatever he's looking for because I don't think he's really coming to win.
I mean, if he wanted the payday, isn't it smarter like get in a better fight for him, like a quick payday? It would be this one is gonna be hard for him.
I don't know. They probably are paying him more to fight Walid. I don't know what they're paying him. I don't know what they would pay
Yeah,
him regardless. But I don't know if he's also I don't know if he needs money. I don't know if he has a bunch of money. I don't know really anything about the kid.
yeah,
But if he was looking for a payday, you'd want to fight somebody bigger,
yeah.
like more
That's true.
popping.
Yeah.
Like if I was looking for a payday, I'd just jump in and fight Jay Swingler instead of whoever else and give him an easier fight, right? Because
Uh,
Jay's better than
yeah,
me.
and
Give
Bryce
Jay an
Hall as
easier
well.
fight. Yeah, and they offered me Jay a while back, but I just was like, nah, we'll work up to that. We'll fight him later.
When did they offer you the Jay Swingler fight? On Misfits 05 or like way before? Oh,
I don't know
wait,
which
was it
fight it
Misfits
was.
2 when he fought on Misfits 2? Because he fought
Nah,
on Misfits 2
it was
against
since
Turbo.
then. It was for a potential opponent. It was for like a potential fight. Like it probably would have ended up being this one now that I think about it. But yeah,
Oh, damn. I mean, that would have been a good fight. Do you think like you're ready right now for him, or like just one a few
yeah,
fights more?
nah, yeah, we gotta give that some time.
Yeah.
He's good, man. It's no disrespect to him that me saying that I'd fight him. I would fight him later on because he has the belt and everybody wants the shot at the belt, right?
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I would fight him later on, but I know he's better than me, so I'd try to push that off for a bit.
I mean, yeah, respect to you. You're saying it like a man that he's better right now, and like down the line, I don't see why that fight wouldn't happen. We'll
Yeah,
see
I'm
what's gonna
sure. I'm sure
happen
it
with
could.
Nick first. Like, like we can't count out Nick. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. But if Nick somehow wins that fight, then Jay Swingler versus you, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if Nick wins that fight, fucking pigs will be flying and cats and dogs will be raining from the sky.
I mean, that's a big if. We're gonna see what's gonna
Yeah.
happen. Yeah. So, there's two more things I want to talk to you about. Dean the Great versus Walid Sharks. I'm just go back to it to get like a prediction from you. Me,
Hmm.
like I'm Syrian, so obviously I'm a little biased with Walid because
Okay.
like, but the way I see it, when I think logically, first fight, I think Walid was the better fighter than Dean. It was Dean's, it was Walid's chance to win that fight, but somehow, like he was the better fighter that day, and Dean caught him with that shot. So right now, I think the ball is in Dean's court, in my opinion. I think not right now he knows what to work on. So to be honest, like even though I'm Syrian, I'm back in Dean in the second fight. I think rematches always go in a winner's way first fight. Well, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the fight goes completely different the next fight. Um, I don't
Yeah,
think Dean was that camp was kind of fucked up for Dean because we were traveling to Arizona for the last 2 weeks of his camp to be there for Ashton's fight before Jake
yeah,
Paul and Anderson Silva. He didn't get a lot of training the last couple weeks. He wasn't as smart nutritionally for that fight. Like he kind of ate it like
yeah.
a McDonald's burger before fucking the fight. Like,
Oh, damn.
but I think everything will change this go around, and everything that Walid has, I think Dean will have an answer for.
I mean, definitely, because like I don't see how Walid is gonna win this fight. I think first fight was emotional, and he's even like a little bit more emotional right now, because like he got finished by him. If it was me, I would be emotional too in the second fight. And also, Dean knows what to improve on right now. So I do think it's gonna look different this fight. That's what I
Me
think.
too. Me
Yeah.
too.
So one more thing that I wanted to talk about, but I remembered another thing. So the tag team match, the opponents are still not revealed. There's few speculations can you say anything about that, or like mom's told you to not do it yet? What's gonna happen?
Fellas be pussies, so a lot of folks are pulling out. It's hard to get somebody to actually stay in there and bang with me in Pineda because it's a tough enough fight. But uh, yeah, I don't know I don't know what I can say yet. But as soon as we announce it, I'm more than happy to touch up on it.
Yeah, about the pullouts, you're talking about Stromedy, or like there was. I would cut this part if you don't want me to say it, but like then we saw there's two other people. I would cut it if it's not allowed. Ice Poseidon. So did they pull out as well, or?
I don't know exactly where we're at with things right now, but I know they got a couple more people, and then those people might have pulled out, or one of them pulled out, or both of them pulled out. Something happened, so we're still figuring out exactly who it is. But the fight will happen. That we're determined to make it happen.
Yeah, so it's not Ice Poseidon and Churdleys. It's other opponents.
I don't know right now. I'm hoping to figure it out ASAP.
All right, perfect. So the last thing is next week. It's Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. Who you're rooting for, and who do you think will get that fight?
I'm going for Jake, man. I think Jake's got the heart. I think Jake can pull it off. All the odds are in Tommy's favor due to his experience, but I think that Jake challenges himself far more than Tommy does inside the ring, like under the lights. I think Jake challenges himself more, and that's going to show when it's time to go 10 rounds with somebody who challenges themselves more. I think Tommy might have a problem there.
I mean, I agree. Jake Paul is works way harder than Tommy Fury. We've seen that. Tommy Fury pulled out a few times already, but as you said, Tommy Fury has the experience, so it'll be interesting to see that fight.
Be a good fight anyway. I don't see it going. I don't see anybody putting anybody away in a few rounds.
Yes, sir. I agree. So that's a wrap. That's all that I want to talk to you about. Thank you so much. Like I appreciate it a lot that you came. This the interview that I wanted. Like you're the guy right now. Like so when I saw you come with the Sweet Caroline intro, I was like, yo, this guy is cool as fuck.
Hell yeah, man. Got to please the people.
Yes, sir. And then that was a smart move
Yeah.
when he did that song.
Christian, my buddy Christian here, who fought in IFL last night, he came up with the
Yes,
idea.
sir.
He came up with the idea for Sweet Caroline.
Tell him good dub, good dub
Yeah,
for yesterday.
handed me off the dub there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And for yesterday's fight too, like big dub, because I saw a few clips of him.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yes.
Hell yeah, man.
Is he planning on fighting on Misfits, or like?
Hell yeah, it's the plan. He wants all the smoke with everybody. Whoever the fuck wants it, come get some of my boy Christian here.
Yes, sir. What weight does he fight at?
30, 35. He'll take Walid.
He'll take Walid?
Yeah, let me speak for him. If Walid wants to fight, Christian will get in there with him.
Yes, sir. I mean, we'll see about that. I can't really speak because I've only seen a small clip of him, but that would be a big
I've
fight.
seen
We'll
a
see.
lot. I've seen a lot of Christian. All right, I train with Christian every day for the last year, or less than a year, but a while anyway. And Christian wants all the smoke. Whoever wants it.
Because you said that him and Dean spar a lot. The spars are usually like competitive, right? With Dean, like
They're good spars, man. They're both real good, and anybody but Dean who wants it, he'll take them.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll love to see him on Misfits. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that's a wrap. It's done. Thank you so much for coming. As I said, and I'll be putting the interview next week. I'll DM you if you want whenever it's up, so you can watch.
Yeah, send me when it's up.
All right, but thank you so much,
All right,
brother. Have
love,
a
buddy.
good day, man.
Of course, buddy. You
You too.
too.